This is your main man RJ from the Ringside Rant, heard only on the Visionaries Wrestling Network. So go over and subscribe across all your major platforms, iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, and Stitcher to hear every great interview I have every Monday on the Visionaries Wrestling Network. Go over and follow the show's page on Twitter @_Ringside Rant. Follow the network's page @BizWrestleNet. And, as always, embrace the vision.
Hello, friends. This is Spencer Love, your host of Over the Top Rope on the Win Column Sports Network. Don't forget you can head to wincolumnsports.ca for all of your previews, reviews, and breaking news from the world of wrestling, be it your major promotions or from the great province of Alberta, Canada.
If you like podcasts and you are listening to on Backbreaker Media, then you should listen to me, Chris Parrish,
and myself, Manoy,
and the Sounds of Struggle, because we are literally the most entertaining duo you'll ever come across in Western Canadian wrestling, baby.
We talk about things like wrestling
and other sports we like.
Wrestling,
but we won't talk about other sports that we don't like, because it's not that kind of podcast.
Like wrestling?
I mean, we like hockey.
And wrestling.
And we like football.
And wrestling.
And we also like to drink beer.
While wrestling.
Well, not while wrestling, but while watching wrestling.
Yes.
Yeah. If you want to get into a conversation with Maniac and Chris Parrish, then you need to tune into the Sounds of Struggle live on Backbreaker Media.
Every Thursday.
Is when we hope to drop, but sometimes Mike Malawany doesn't do his job right.
Or we're too drunk to forget.
Yeah, that happens too.
Yeah.
He can bleep out the swear word, because we weren't supposed to do that.
Oh,
but
I'll try not to swear. I can't do it.
Yeah. Let's face it, the two of us, we're real.
And spectacular.
And we're a little bit of all right.
Yeah.
Well, so strugglicious.
That we are.
That was kind of the key. Supposed to be strugglicious.
Oh, sorry, I'm drunk.
Yeah. So, if you don't want to listen to us, then no. You're stupid, because we're entertaining. And if you want to listen to us, then, come listen to us on Backbreaker Media.
Yeah.
Later,
he said.
Later, bitches.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Quick Calls. My name is Andre C. I am joined by one of the greatest wrestling historians that this network employs, and pretty much the only network historian we employ, the Wrestling Mind, Brian Hamilton.
Yo, how's it going, guys?
And we are here at the Northgate Lions Senior Rec Center for PWA Fright Night, and this was I really had fun at this card. I thought I didn't think there was a dull point on this, one a little bit dull to me, but really an overall really fun show for me tonight. Brian, what are your thoughts overall before we get into match by match?
Overall, it wasn't too bad. It was pretty good. We had eight great matches? 8 matches, good crowd, so it was all good.
Yeah, so...
That was Halloween, too.
Yeah, it's the annual Halloween show, the Fright Night show, and I'm going to preface this by saying Denise won the dog costume contest.
Goddamn right, and she was BVD. She better take me to Ric Flair, or I'll
No, she's taking me.
Hey, I'm her driver. She better take me.
No, she's going to take me. Well, she said Shauna wants to go. Everybody wants to go to this show with her.
Well, if she knows what's good, she'll know who her driver takes her to shows will be. So
Me. Shauna.
Okay, let's get on.
All right, so we got our first match of the evening. It is a tag team match. It is the League of Braden Parsons and Davey O'Doyle taking on the Above Average Joes of no longer the White Ranger, now once again the Green Ranger, Aiden Adams, and his tag team partner, Kenny Stryker, and it's the Police tonight.
Yeah, they came out as a fascia police.
Well, I think just general cops. in
Police,
general.
whatever.
Yeah, so both came out dressed in police. You had like they had the regular tights on, but then they had like police shirts and police hats on. They wrestled in the match with the police hats and the shirts on.
Yeah, it was pretty entertaining match. The one point I liked is they had Aiden in a quarter. They actually came out with plastic handcuffs, but he forgot and they put them on him, and all of a sudden Kenny's out, they're not real, and well, boom, he breaks them and all. Yeah, it was pretty funny, that part.
Yeah, I thought it was great. This match is, like I always say, you want to have a fun, you want to have a good in-ring quality, but you want to have a fun style to start the match, and this was it. Like, you always get a really good quality out of the above average Joes, and their interplay with the league was really, really fun. Actually, and before the match even started, the league got on the mic and they were talking about that they had their manager wasn't here, and then Adam Adams says, "Oh, she's in love with him," I guess is what Adam Adams seems to believe.
Yeah, but we forgot to mention this was for a number one tag team contenders match for title shot at next month's show, Christmas Slam.
Against whichever team wins later on in the match, later on the night. Yeah. So so in the end, it ended with. A super kick into an super kick from Aiden Adams into an Alabama slam by Kenny Stryker, and they got the 1, 2, 3, and they will be going on to face either Team Hall of Fame or Body Break for the tag team championships at Christmas Slam. Brian, overall thoughts of the match?
Overall, wasn't too bad. It's pretty good. Above average shows, they always get over with the crowd. The league, they weren't too good over with the crowd. The crowd was all over them tonight, and in the end, above average shows picked up huge win. They get a title shot at next month's last show of the year. So it should be interesting to see who they got to face for the tag team titles.
Yeah, it's always, like I said, it's always a fun match opening, and the one thing that really impressed me, the improvement that Braden Parsons made, was he's no longer wearing a diaper. He got new tights. He's no longer wearing the diaper white tights and he's wearing a proper pair of trunks this time. And good on you, Braden. Good for getting actual tights. Right? Don't look like a diaper.
Exactly.
So we move on from there to our second match of the evening, and it is a PWA Commonwealth Championship match with Sean Moore, current reigning champion, defending against a man who I've heard of before but don't really know a lot about, Ace Riviera. I think he's from Saskatchewan and east of here. I can't be sure. Don't quote me on that. But I've heard the name Ace Riviera before. Just not totally familiar with the guy. And came out, played the consummate heel as usual. And I thought this was a really good match. And the finish came. Sean Moore got thrown into the corner. And Ace Riviera came to run from the other corner, and Sean Moore just runs out of the corner fast as a bullet and hits like a Daniel Bryan running high knee and just creams him. I thought he legit knocked him out right there. And he got the pin 1, 2, 3, and Sean Moore is still your PWA Commonwealth champion. Brian, your thoughts on the match?
Overall, it wasn't a bad match. Sean Moore, always in great shape, looked like a champion tonight. Ace Riviera, first time seeing him, I do believe. For first time, he did a good showing, but and Sean Moore hit that flying knee drop, and my God, he knocked him out and won. Great match.
Yeah, I thought great overall match. I really enjoyed these two working together. I thought Ace Riviera, consummate professional in that ring, and Sean Moore looking like why he was on top. Really, he was challenging for that championship for so long, and now showing why he has been such a dominant Commonwealth champion here in the PWA. Like, everything he does looks like utter perfection. And man, I really enjoyed this match. big thumbs up to Sean Moore. I love this guy. So we move on to our third match of the evening, and it is a women's match between Kat Von Hees and Zoe Sager.
Thank you very much.
Now, over the past few months, we've been watching Zoe Sager here in PWA and trying to compete with Kat Von Hees and really having no luck with it.
No.
I don't want to be too negative about this match, but it felt like a retread from a couple months ago of Kat just beating up on Zoe for basically the entire match. Zoe maybe getting a little bit of a hope spot, but then Kat just beating her down more. This one actually ended up differently than the rest, where they ended up fighting to the outsides, and Kat threw Zoe back in. Kat went to get in, and Zoe ended up drop kicking Kat off the apron, and she ended up getting counted out.
Yeah.
And so Zoe Sager finally gets a victory over Kat Von Hees. Brian, your overall thoughts on the match?
It was okay. It wasn't the greatest. Basically, it was power. Kat's got the power. Zoe, she's not very big. She's really skinny, very light on her feet. But in the end, no, Zoe, somehow she got a win. She beat the count and got a huge win over Kat Von Hees. So, I mean, for Zoe, that's got to be something to beat one of the most powerful women I've ever seen in wrestling in all of Alberta, pretty much, wherever. And to get a huge count-out win, I don't know what this is going to do for her, but, you know, they got to get more women in here because these two, they cannot do this alone. It's boring. I don't want to see these guys go at it again. It's the same thing over and over. Let's get more women competition. Please, I'm begging.
Yeah, like I said earlier, it was the same overall match, just with a little bit different ending. And good on Zoe for figuring out how to outsmarting Kat and getting that victory. But yeah, overall, it's another match from these two. So we move on to our fourth match in the evening. It is the man who I like to call Bert, Barry Grayson, taking on the man we know as Kid Chocolate, Mo Jabari. Now this match, this crowd picked right back up for this one. These two killed it in the ring. Mo Jabari, who is easily can we call him Rookie of the Year?
Yeah.
He only just debuted late in last year.
Yeah.
So I gotta say, he is Rookie of the Year this year. Mm-hmm. Like, he has been killing it. His ability in the ring, I'm for being so early on in his career, is so good, and I'm so impressed with Jabari. And Barry Grayson, as I was saying during the match, Bert calling him Bert, but he didn't seem to like that. But he's impressing me. He's got some good high flying, some good kicks, good striking. But there is improvement need to be made, but that improvement will come over time as he gets better and better in this business and he does more and more. Don't get me wrong, I am impressed by this kid, but he can only get better. But in the end, Mo Jabari hits like a super kick to a kneeling Barry Grayson and then just gets him with the backslide.
Yeah.
It was weird. He picks him up, they kind of wrestle around, he gets him into a backslide, and then it's just over. It felt very odd. It was literally, you heard Ivan make the announcement, 5 minutes gone in the match, and then bam, it was over. And I was very, very surprised at that ending. It just kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah, overall, though, I'm very... I love Mo Jabari. He's very good. It's only, like I said, not even over a year, and to me, to us, he's a PWA Rookie of the Year. And his opponent, he's going to get better and better all the time. This was a great match, and like I said, the ending was kind of weird because he did the kick, and then all of a sudden they went into a backslide, and it was over. It's like, I don't think people were expecting that because there were a lot of people wondering what the hell happened. But great match, though.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. So from there, we went on to our fifth match of the evening, and it is the PWA Mayhem Championship triple threat match between the reigning champion Bryce the Slammer Silva taking on two members of the Millennial Rebels, the Titan and the Fury Kenneth Anthony being accompanied by my favorite time-traveling millennial, Dr. Kyoto. And Kyoto, dressed up for the affair, had this crazy makeup on, had his gold shoes with the light up on the bottom, just going.
Like Naomi used to, like Naomi wears.
Yeah, just going. And this match was brutal. And I enjoyed this match, but it was just so much hard. A lot of this was Slammer beating the crap out of Kenneth Anthony.
Yeah.
And
time.
And in the end, come down to the end, Titan ends up reversing out of getting off of Slammer's shoulders, and he ends up getting him in a chokeslam, hits the chokeslam, then Kenneth Anthony just runs over, covers him, and Titan looks very confused. I understand that he's Fury's guy, but when you have the opportunity to win the championship, you don't let somebody else take it, in my opinion, even if he is your boss. I don't get it, but that's the way it goes, I guess. And your new PWA Mayhem champion is the Fury Kenneth Anthony.
Yeah, he won it, but Titan, like you said, he looked a little bit pissed. And their damn manager, he kind of got involved too, because he went up on top rope to try to do a flying crossbody onto Slammer. Slammer caught him, gave him a huge power slam onto the canvas, which literally I thought he broke the poor guy's back. He was crying like a baby on the outside by us, bawling his head off.
He's used to time traveling, not flying.
Looking for his damn rose that he lost. He had this,
Get a purple rose tonight.
The foreigner, send him back to Japan.
He was born in Canada.
He's not Canadian. I don't care if he's born here. He's Japanese. Send him out of here.
Whoa! Wow, the racist mind, Brian Hamilton, maybe? I'm just kidding. But yeah, I thought overall really enjoyable match, and we end up with a new champion. So
Well, I kind of figured this was going to happen because it was announced last month at the show, and I figured somehow Titan would be doing all the work, and in the end, Fury would weasel his way in out of nowhere and get the count to become champion. But now, though, Fury's got a target on his back because he's got these Mayhem title matches in. You don't know what they are. You don't know who's going to be in them. Or, he may have it now. Next month, he could be a one-time champion and be gone. So,
what I really want to see him defend at a Mayhem title match is I want to see an Air Miles match. This is a match we got about 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
And the match can only be won by a move off the top rope.
Yeah.
I want an Air Miles match so bad with Kenneth Anthony in it.
That would be great to see.
From there, we move on to our 6-match evening, and it is the PWA Tag Team Championship match. And out first comes Team Hall of Fame, but it's not actually Team Hall of Fame. It is the team of Body Break, Bobby Sharp, and Michael Allen, Richard Clark, Mark. And they come out the ring imitating Team Hall of Fame pretty well. Showing them with their walkers, and they're old guys. They don't get around very well. They're showing them a little respect by really. Parody is the best form of respect, I'd say. And then out comes Team Hall of Fame to attack Body Break, kind of cheaply. These guys. He's Dirty Duke. He's dirty.
His Body Flex was mocking Team Hall of Fame, and Team Hall of Fame, they had enough, and they was like, "No, we're gonna go in there, and that's that." And they did.
He's Dirty Duke for a reason.
Exactly.
So this match was really good. Both these teams, but the end came with Chris Steele getting thrown to the outside, Bobby Sharp going out after him, and the ref was kind of checking on those two on the outside, and Michael and Richard Clark grabbed a chair. Oh, so actually before the ending,
No, yeah. There was a one funny spot in this match that we got
you explain that, then I'll explain the ending, right?
Okay, the funny spot was you had all these guys come. You had Bobby come in with the chair, hits the mat with it, falls down the canvas. Steele picks up the chair, does the same thing. Then Mark does the same thing. Well, Duke comes in, does the same thing. But the funny thing is, the ref is knocked out cold, and he doesn't see any of this, and they're all laying out. Yeah, it was a funny as hell moment.
The entire crowd was laughing and clapping for it.
Hell, it was hilarious. My God.
So the ending came. That chair was still in the ring.
And
Fitzy, it wasn't Fitzy. It was one of the refs was
some referee with curly hair.
Yeah,
the rookie.
Tex Gaines Jr.
Yeah, we'll call him
Tex
that.
Gaines Jr. was he was distracted by the guys on the outside, and in comes, and so Michael and Richard Clark grabs the chair, hits Duke Durango in the gut, drops the chair to the mat, and jumps up and hits that bus cutter onto the chair on Duke Durango, and then throws the chair out of the ring, gets in the pin, and the ref counts 1, 2, 3, and we have new tag team champions. Body Break, Michael and Richard Clark and Bobby Sharp have fulfilled their destiny and are now the greatest tag team champions of all time.
Yeah, that's what they think, but
That's what we all think.
to me, it kind of sucked. I really wanted to see. I was kind of hoping they would have held on to him until next month to defend him and lose him, but things happened.
Something wrong?
No.
You talking shit about me again?
Hell no, man. I'm talking about you guys.
I'm talking shit about you. and that was Chris Steele and Duke Durango just giving us shit while we're doing a podcast.
No, in the end, though, they lost, but, they had... I've seen Chris Steele, I've seen Dirty Dick Durango pretty much since day one in PWA. I've followed their careers for 16 plus years. Great career. And, yeah, but they're not champs, but, at the end, though, Duke got on the mic and said, that he has the opportunity to pick his last opponent or whatever. Excellent. So he said, I want you and me team up one more time, and we're taking on the Western Lions in our last hurrah.
Yep, that's
at Christmas Slam. Will be a fantastic match to see him go out, because we know Duke. This is Duke's last year. He's retiring on the 24th of next month. And
say what you will, your feelings about the Lions aside, arguably the best two best wrestlers on the roster at the moment, right? Arguably, it can be argued, but two of the best guys on this roster right now.
Yeah.
So I think it feels right for him to go out against two of the best guys that we have in this company right now.
True enough.
Yeah, I was sitting there when he said that. Before he said he wanted to face the Lions, I was hoping, like in heart of heart, that he was going to say, "I want to face you, Chris Steele."
That's what I was thinking. I thought, okay, this is how they're going to go out. If they're going to go out one more time, they're going to have one final battle against each other, and then when it's over, they'll stand in the ring, hug each other, and go out as friends how they came in.
But that could be the same way they go out, is them hugging in the ring after it's over.
It's going to be interesting to see. Well, I can't say if I'm going to be here or not, but,
Hopefully you are.
Hopefully, but it just depends when I have to get surgery done.
I'll be front row. Along with Ryan and Amanda, who will be making their return to PWA for the first time since Night of Champions, and I will make sure those two are on that podcast with me, because you have to have them on that podcast. But we went to intermission. This is where Denise won the costume contest, the adult costume contest, for 2 tickets to the Ric Flair show, which she's going to take me to.
No, she better take her driver if she knows what's good for her.
So I'm going to bring Denise in here for a second.
I'm just joking.
Denise, tell everybody what you're dressed up as today to win the costume contest.
I'm dressed up as Brandon Van Danielson.
The second best wrestler in this company.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. So, and you got the win. How'd it feel to win the tickets for Ric Flair?
It felt superb.
And who are you taking?
I was going to ask other details.
Bryce Silva.
Oh.
What? Yeah. I'm going to kick your ass, Slammer! No, I'm not.
If I'm going out for Halloween, I will go as the meanest dog in the yard. And I would be hailing Odin and stuff pile driving. People, just so much death. It's like a normal pile driver, but just more snuffish and a little more hardcore. You see, the world will end in a stuff pile driver. Hail Odin.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that was
interesting. Wow.
Making his appearance and doing the best impression of Vince Austin I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, my God.
And I've heard a few. So, from here, we go on to our 7th match of the evening.
A semi-main event.
Semi-main event. And it is Colton Kelly taking on the Thickness Reed Matthews in what is probably one of the biggest grub matches going on in PWA at the moment.
Oh, big time. This ever since the summer, the spring, actually.
Yeah, the anniversary show.
The
anniversary show back in March. When they kicked him out of the team.
Yeah, ever since spring, when they broke up, kicked him out. And then Fury made his return at Night of Champions. This feud is not over yet. These two hate each other, and it proved tonight. And because in the end, Colton Kelly can't get it done. He's got to have his goons get in there and do the work for him. And, well, it cost him because he got DQ'd tonight.
So the Thickness Reed Matthews does win by disqualification. But he gets on the mic after and said, this is not acceptable. He does not want to win by disqualification, which I understand for a guy like him who got ridiculed and beaten down by these guys. I understand not wanting to win that way. And he says the words that I think he will regret come next month. He says to Colton Kelly, I can beat you anytime, anywhere, in any kind of match you want, no DQ, even an arm tie behind my back. And that's where you see Colton Kelly go, oh? And he says he will fight him in that exact match, a no DQ, with Reed Matthews' one arm tied behind his back, which I think you're in a lot of trouble here, Reed Matthews, because you're now essentially going into this match with one arm tied behind your back against 4 other people.
Pretty much, yeah.
4.
Yes.
You have Colton Kelly, who you're facing. Then you have Titan, Fury, and Kyoto.
About a 50-pound...
The time-traveling millennial Dr. Kyoto. And I'm scared. I'm honestly scared for Reed Matthews next month.
Like I said, I told you that when that was announced, he just signed his death warrant, his death wish, his death match, whatever.
Yep.
I don't know what he's thinking. He's got 3 other guys out there. Reed Matthews, God bless you. You're going to die, son. Rest in peace. That's all I got to say.
So from there, we move on to our main event of the evening. And I have to make a comment. Ivan, the consummate professional,
yes.
One of the best ring announcers there is, a man who I try my best to emulate when I do ring announcing. He dressed up as the Black Panther tonight. He wore a mask the entire night, and he still sounded good.
Yes, he did.
Not for any help from the actual speakers, which weren't doing too well.
No.
But he still spoke very well, even with that mask on.
Yes, he did, and he looked great being dressed up as the Black Panther tonight. That was one of the hottest movies out this summer, and he did what's hot, and I thought he did great. I loved it.
Yeah. So, and the main event of the evening is the PWA champion, Sheikh Akbar Shabazz, and the man he was at war with for a long time, the Omen Gabriel, taking on my favorite tag team of all time, the Western Lions, Brandon Van Danielson and Michael Richard Blaze. And was this not a barn burner of a match or what?
Yeah, I don't know. The beginning looked like it was going to go all crazy all over the place until the ref finally settled things down and got it all organized.
I think they were fighting for a good 5 minutes before the bell even got rung.
God damn, it was in the ring, outside of the ring, all over the place. And then when it did get going, holy crap, it was inside, outside, all over the place too.
A lot of the first probably half of the actual match was the Lions kept attacking Sheik on the apron and just beating Gabriel in the ring. Gabriel finally got the tag to Sheik, and then it became the exact opposite, where it was the Lions beating up on Sheik in the ring and keeping Gabriel on the outside. And the end of this, Brian, just tell me how the end of the match was.
Pardon?
Just tell me the end of the match.
The end of the match is,
camel toss from Sheik Akbar Shabazz,
yeah.
and they got the pin. Sorry, camel toss from Sheik. Then they end up fighting the outside. Then all the dives happen.
Oh my God!
Brian got hit again.
All on the side that we were on.
But you gotta remember the camera was behind us tonight because the graveyard was on the stage, so the camera was behind us.
Holy crap! They did these fly moves all were in front of us on top ropes and through the ropes. I was like, "Good God, I'm gonna die tonight." I almost did a few times. I got hit a couple of times again. The second week in a row.
But is it wrestling without you getting hit? So after all the dives, and there was one actually, MRB went for a dive, and BVD went for a dive, but literally Sheik and Gabriel both jumped out of the way, and he just crashed down on MRB, and I was just like, no! And that's when Sheik ended up throwing MRB in the ring. Gabriel ran into the ring. Sheik ended up taking out BVD on the outside. Gabriel hit his Falcon Arrow and got the pinfall on MRB for the 1-2-3. And your winners are Sheik Akbar Shabazz and the Omen Gabriel Lestat.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, not the Omen Gabriel. He's no longer Lestat. Sorry.
Yeah, I was actually surprised how well Gabriel and Sheik got along, considering they've been feuding for the last 3-4 years. And they actually made a hell of a great tag team. I would love to see these guys team up again and maybe go for the tag titles down the line, because I think in a way their hate for each other commends their way that they wrestle, and they feed off that, and they made a hell of a great team tonight.
I thought they did great. And post-match, the Lions ended up leaving, and you had Sheik and Gabriel in the ring, and Gabriel is saying, you've got a target on your back now, Sheik. You're the champion, and I will be coming for that title. He says, I know you're facing Frankie Kazarian at the next show, which, yes, that's the main event of the next show, Sheik Akbar Shabazz versus Frank Kazarian. But he says, I'm coming for that championship. If you're still a champion after Christmas night, I'm coming for that title. So Sheik decides to play a little bit of matchmaker in the ring. Goes, well, I'm a fighting champion, so how about we make it you versus me versus Frankie Kazarian for Christmas Slam? And the crowd just started chanting yes for that, because I am so happy. That's going to be an amazing main event. And Brian, I hope you can make it for that show.
Yeah.
What do you think about the announcement?
I thought it was great, because see those three in it. And it's going to be great. You have an international star in Frankie Kazarian from Ring of Honor, the current ROH World Six-Man Tag Team Champions with Christopher Daniels and Scorpio Sky. And this guy's been all over the world.
Both men we have met in the past.
You've met
Kazarian in the past.
I've met Kazarian. This will be, the fourth time I've seen him.
Oh, wow.
I seen him PWA about almost 10 years ago. I seen him,
and more since.
I seen him three years ago in Sherwood Park, and I can't remember the other time I seen him. But yeah, so it'll be great to see him again.
He's one of the best guys going at the moment, and he proves that every time he's in the ring in ROH. So now it's time, ladies and gentlemen, for our highlights of the night. Brian, your highlight of the night.
I'm going with the feud that started in the spring and is still going on. Colton Kelly, Reed Matthews. This feud is not going to be over by a long shot. Matthews got the win tonight, but like we said, next month he may not be around to see January, because he signed his death warrant.
And my highlight tonight is going to surprise Benny, because I'm not going with the Lions match tonight. Oh
God, how froze over?
I'm going with Mo Jabari versus Barry Grayson.
Wow.
Mo Jabari impresses me more and more every time I see him. The guy is absolutely phenomenal, and they burned it down tonight, man. I really enjoyed those two. And I'm going to give a bonus star, and I'm giving it to the main event, because the main event was that awesome, because I can give a bonus star because I'm hosting. And that main event was great. Great match tonight. So, Brian, thank you for joining me here on Quick Calls from the Northgate Lions Senior Rec Center at PWA Fright Night. Where can everybody find you?
You can get me on Twitter at WrestlingMine. I just want to make also one comment. The turnout that we had tonight was fantastic. We had a great crowd, too, and we had all these kids dressed up, and even a lot of the grown-ups, too, for this Halloween show. I was very impressed. Loved it.
Yeah, and you can check out me on Twitter at That Canada Guy, on Instagram at That Canada Dude, and later in the week we have the Sounds of Struggle, and
we also got another quick calls coming up too.
Oh,
exactly
and don't forget, there's another quick calls coming from tonight, and you got from the CWC Headlock of Horror show.
Yes.
In Red Deer, it will be Mike taking the reins on that one, and trust me, ours is going to be much more enjoyable, but because you love us more. But
the only thing that I hate is when there's shows on the same night and you can't choose which one to go to.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening to Quick Calls. I'm Andre C., and this has been Quick Calls from the Northgate Alliance Senior Rec Center from PWA Fright Night. And if you're going to make a good call, make a quick call. This has been Quick Calls. And please support indie wrestling wherever you are.